G'day guys, welcome back to Red Trucks. My name is Jim. Today's video isn't actually about fire trucks. It's not even about diecast models. I do have a couple of fire trucks in the background because the channel is, after all, called Red Trucks. So yeah, that's why they're there. We're not going to actually look at them. We've looked at them before. So today's video is actually about my cars. I'm going to show you a few pictures of cars that I've had from my teenage years up to my 30s. I just thought it'd be interesting to show you guys some of my cars from my past. So let's get into it. Let me first say that when I buy a car, I used to buy it with a view to doing it up, hotting it up. I'd always buy a car, tint the windows, put in a huge stereo system with a 6-stacker CD and an amplifier in the boot. Mag wheels were a must. Headlight covers, engine modifications, body modifications, paintwork. Yeah, I always did these sort of things. Burglar alarm was very important. Sunroofs, those sort of things. Anyway, we'll see in the pictures. So my first car was this, a Mazda 121 from 1977. I've had to black out the number plates in all the photos because I actually still have the same number plate number. So yeah, you never know, there's any crazies looking around, looking at the channel. So that's why it's blacked out. So you can see there I was still on my P plates. This was in 1982, so I was a teenager. This is my first job. I saved up about, this car cost me $5,500 Australian dollars. Took me 1 year to save it up, and that's what I bought. This picture is basically stock standard. All I had done was paint the headlight surrounds black. They were grey when I first bought the car. Nothing else on the outside. It might have tinted windows, I'm not sure. I can't tell from this photo. But yeah, that's my first car in Centennial Park, a Mazda 121. This was a two-door coupe version. There was a 121L with a square rear shape, but this was the coupe in 1982. So from that, I progressed to putting some gold mags on it. Now, when I put mags on a car, I loved this white lettering, and sometimes it didn't come with the white lettering. So I had to buy a pen from the auto accessory shop and paint it on myself, which I think I did on these wheels. But yeah, pretty stock standard still. I've got a Mazda banner on the top of the windscreen, you can see. Nothing else. I still can't tell if the windows were tinted at that stage. There's an old truck in the background too. Yeah, so this was taken in 1983, so a year after I bought the car. So to the next photo, this is just the interior. I fitted a sports steering wheel. That is an equalizer there. You can't see it, but there's a Clarion stereo system. This fake wood paneling was already there. Fitted a fire extinguisher, make it look like a bit of a racing car. Still have the automatic gearbox. Still had the 1.8 litre 4-cylinder engine, which was gutless. I once tested it on a stretch of road, see what it would do 0 to 100 kilometres per hour, and it took 18 seconds. It's like 18 seconds to get to 0 to 60 miles per hour, which was pretty slow, very slow actually. Yeah, it wasn't built for speed, this car, when I first bought it. So yeah, that was the interior. Got to get these pictures in order. Okay, so here's the next picture. At this stage I'd fitted, well not me, I paid for someone to fit side skirts, and I don't think you can see it, but there's actually an old Tirana boot lip spoiler fitted. It also had the sunroof by now, pop-up sunroof. God, my nails are dirty, eh? Sorry about that. I think it had headlight covers. Oh, and the rims. Stainless steel mag wheels, 8-inch at the back, 6-inch at the front. I think I had Yokohama tyres, I'm not sure. Yeah, so that was the next stage. And basically on to the final stage now. This is a rear view. You can see the spoiler, sunroof, rear louver. I always bought a rear louver for my cars. It looked sort of sporty and made it look like a shark sort of thing. You can see the width of the rear tyres there. What else? A few reflective stickers on the bumpers. And you can't really tell from this photo, but I had it painted two-tone. Dark blue on top and a lighter blue underneath. You can see the line just there. You'll see it better in the next picture. Well, not the next one, the one after this one. Here's another shot from the front. Looks really nice in the two-tone blue. The side skirts look great. The stainless steel mags look always awesome. I had tinted headlight covers on it at that stage. I tinted them myself. I bought a spray can of tint. Yeah, it looked really hot. And also at this stage, I'd put a 13B mile-ported rotary engine into it. And it wasn't fast enough. So I got the guy to take it out and put in a 13B bridge-ported rotary engine with a double-barrel Weber carby. Which here's a picture of the engine bay. You can see the Weber carby there, double barrel. There's the 13B rotary engine, bridge ported, and this thing actually flew. I put in a 5-speed gearbox, heavy duty clutch, fixed the brakes up, and this thing absolutely flew. I could drop the clutch and it would just wheel spin and just smoke everywhere. It was unreal. And in Australia, we get 12 points on our license. And I got that many speeding fines. I had 2 points left on my license, which wasn't good. I don't know if you guys have driven a rotary before, but you really have to rev the shit out of it. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, really rev the guts out of it, I should have said, to get the best performance. And these things just screamed. So yeah, almost lost my license. Here's the final shot. Really nice profile of it. You can see the two-tone blue there with another pinstripe underneath. The nice mag wheels, the rear spoiler, the side skirts. At the time, there was no front spoiler I could have fitted to it, so I left it as it was. But yeah, what do you think, guys? There was a rotary version came out called the RX-5. So I converted my 121 into an RX-5. Probably would have saved a lot more money just buying an RX-5, but at the time I couldn't afford it, being a teenager. So yeah, that's my very first car. That's how it finished up looking. And because I almost lost my license, I had to get rid of it. Otherwise I wouldn't have had a license. So my next car was a 1983 280ZX. This is a stock standard look. This is how I bought it. No modifications at all. Or maybe, I think I had tinted the windows when this photo was taken. This photo was taken in 1990. So yeah, I bought the car 7 years old. It came with a straight 6 engine, 2.8 litre. So that's how it was when I first bought it. And I also tinted windows. Had glass T-tops, which were awesome. Well, wheels weren't too bad actually, but I ended up fitting mag wheels on it, as you will see. What can I show you? I can show you the 2.8 litre straight 6. Had a bit of go in it. It wasn't too bad. More of a boulevard cruiser than an out-and-out like racing car, sports car. But yeah, good car. I enjoyed driving it. Let me show you the interior. Really ugly interior, like a red wine interior. I couldn't have picked a worse colour, really. At this stage I hadn't fitted a new stereo, stock standard there. Beaded seat covers were the go back in those days in 1990 to keep cool. Not very comfortable to sit on when you're wearing shorts. It used to rip the hairs out of your legs. But it is what it is. Yeah, that's the interior. Pretty ugly. But with a white car, you know, it wasn't too bad. So there's that. Now onto the modification stages. This next picture was taken in, I think about 95 or something. I'm not sure. I didn't write a date on it. But here you can see the mag wheels. Now these rims were very special at the time. I found a mag wheel shop that actually made custom-made mags. What happened was the guy said, "You can draw a picture of the center part of a rim, and I can cut it out for you." So at the time, these were the only ones available. I actually designed these center rims. There's another picture later. You'll see them in a better view. But yeah, at the time, these were my own design rims, fitted with Yokohama tyres. Yeah, very special. I used to love polishing these rims. So yeah, pretty stock standard still. Yeah, on to the next picture. So the next pictures are the finished product. This is a rear view. You can see the rear spoiler I fitted, rear louver, side skirt there. As with the Mazda, I couldn't get a front spoiler. It was low enough anyway. So yeah, that's a review of the finished product taken in 93. And here's a better side-on view. This was taken at my place of work at the time, Ramwick Racecourse, where they hold all the horse racing events. I worked there for, I think it was 27, 28 years. But yeah, there's the side view, pretty good. You can see the rims a bit better now. Not sure if you guys have ever seen this design since, but like I said at the time, this was my own design. So yeah, I wonder if they're still around to this day. What is that, 17, about 30, was that 40 years ago? 40 years ago, wow. Because this picture was taken in 93. Sorry, no. 30 years ago, sorry. Yeah, 30 years ago. So there you go, guys. That's my second car, finished product. The Nissan 280 ZX. It was weird because I actually had Datsun badges on as well. Had Datsun, I think, on the front and Nissan at the back, or vice versa. So yeah, you can see that sticker there. I think it actually says USC. That's the company I always got to build my cars. It was a sports car company, accessory like place. You could go and take your car and get it all hotted up. That's where I always took my cars. So yeah. Okay, and on to my third car, which was a 1990 Toyota Supra. Here's the stock standard picture when I first bought it. Came with a 3-litre turbocharged straight six. This thing could move. This thing would have beaten the rotary. Once the turbo kicked in, it was back in your seat. So it came with a rear spoiler, which I couldn't change because too much trouble filling in the holes and painting where it used to be. So I left that on, unfortunately. So yeah, when's the date of this? 96 I got this. So it was a 1990 model, which I bought in 1996. Cost me 30 grand, this one. Yeah, I didn't tell you the price. This, the 280 ZX cost me just under 20 grand back in 1990. So yeah, this one cost me 30 grand. It's the most I've ever spent on a car until my current car, which I also spent 30,000 on, Toyota Hilux S R5 Ute. Yeah, there's the Toyota Supra, stock standard. The next picture will show you after I had mag wheels fitted. Wasn't really happy with the design of these wheels. I really wanted stainless steel deep dish, but couldn't get any at the time for this car. So yeah, really beautiful car, pop-up headlights, TRD, Toyota Racing Division. I think I'd tinted windows by this stage. I fitted no, I didn't fit a new stereo system on this. I left it because it was very good quality. So yeah, how are we going for time? 15 minutes. All right. Let me show you the interior of the Toyota Supra. Pretty stock standard. Can't see anything that I fitted except these terrible seat cover thingies, inserts. Yeah, pretty standard. As I said, it had a really good stereo system. Automatic. Yeah, here's a picture of the engine. The 3 litre 6-cylinder turbocharged. Never had a problem with it. Plenty of guts on this car. Yeah, I really miss it. Probably the best car I ever owned. So we get to the final 2 photos of the finished product of the Toyota Supra 1990 model. And here we go. As you can see, I fitted a really big front air dam. We used to call them air dams in those days. Now I think they call them splitters or front spoilers. This was really hard to fit this little piece here. The guy had to, what do you call it, custom make that little nose piece. Because originally it had this piece. It looks the same, but it's not. It's actually a custom made piece that he had to make. Yeah, that's a front right hand side view. And here's another view of it, finished product. So it came out looking pretty good. I would have loved a big rear wing on it, a big rear wing on it. But I couldn't. I got a veil side side skirt there. Had this weird sort of wavy shape. There was actually a rear skirt as well, but you can't see it. For some reason I didn't take a rear picture of it. Yeah, but a beautiful car, really miss it. So yeah, that's it guys. After this car I bought a Toyota Hilux Surf 4-wheel drive. I had to get rid of this car because by this time I'd been married and my only child was coming. So this wasn't really suitable, a two-door sports car and having a baby seat in it. So I bought a Toyota Hilux Surf. And after the Toyota Hilux Surf, I bought a Toyota Hilux SR5 because I started my own business. And the four-wheel drive just wasn't suitable, so I had to buy a utility. So yeah, that's it guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this little look at some photos of my beloved cars in my youth. And thanks for sticking around. Thank you very much. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought. Tell me what you think was the best looking car out of these 3. So alrighty guys, hope you all have a great day and I'll see you in the next Red Trucks video. Bye for now.